You spill coffee on your shirt, get stuck in traffic, and then someone makes a thoughtless comment. Suddenly, your whole day feels ruined. What if you could learn to stay calm and centered, no matter what little frustrations life throws at you? Today, we rediving into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to uncover 5 powerful lessons that will help you stop letting small things ruin your day. It's about developing a kind of mental armor, an inner fortress that protects your peace of mind. So, if you're ready to reclaim your day from the tyranny of trivial troubles, stick around. You're about to learn some life-changing secrets from the masters of resilience. First up, lesson number 1. Understand what you can and cannot control. This is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, famously called the dichotomy of control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it simply: some things are within our power, while others are not. Think about it. You can control the weather, the traffic, or what other people think of you. You can control if your Wi-Fi suddenly dies during an important meeting or if the grocery store is out of your favorite ice cream. Fretting about these things is like trying to command the tide sit. That's a waste of energy and a surefire way to feel miserable. What you can control, however, is far more powerful. Your thoughts, your judgments, and your reactions. When you get stuck in traffic, you can't magically clear the road, but you can choose how you respond. You can choose to blast the horn and curse the universe, letting your blood pressure skyrocket. Or you can choose to take a deep breath, put on a podcast you love, or simply enjoy a moment of quiet. The event itself, the traffic jam, is neutral. It asks your judgment of it as terrible or a disaster that causes your suffering. By focusing your energy solely on your own responses, you take your power back. The next time something small and annoying happens, ask yourself a simple question. Is this within my control? Recognize that your peace is too valuable to be disturbed by something you have no power over. This single shift in perspective can be revolutionary. Now, this might sound a bit pessimistic, but hear me out. It's actually a powerful tool for building gratitude and resilience. The Stoics, like Seneca, would regularly take time to imagine losing the things they valued most: their health, their home, their loved ones, even their own lives. The point wasn't to be morbid or to live in a state of constant fear. The point was to stop taking things for granted. Well, when you've spent a few moments genuinely contemplating what it would be like to lose your job, a spilled coffee on your shirt seems laughably insignificant in comparison. When you appreciate the very fact that you woke up this morning, a delayed train becomes a minor inconvenience. As you sip your coffee, think about how fortunate you are to have it, to have a warm place to sit, to be able to taste it. When you're annoyed that your internet is slow, take a second to appreciate that you have access to the vast ocean of human knowledge at your fingertips at all. By occasionally imagining life without these things, you appreciate them more when you have them. This practice helps you build a buffer of gratitude that makes it much harder for petty frustrations to get under your skin. The small stuff just doesn't seem so big anymore. This brings us to our third lesson. View obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics had a saying, "The obstacle is the way." The great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "The impediment to action advances action." This is a profound mental flip. Instead of seeing a problem as a roadblock that stops you dead in your tracks, you see it as a detour that might lead to an even better destination. Say a project at work gets a ton of unexpected negative feedback. The typical reaction is frustration, disappointment, maybe even anger. You might think, this is a disaster, all that work for nothing. This negative feedback isn't a failure. It's an opportunity to learn what your clients really want, an opportunity to improve your product and make it even better, an opportunity to practice humility and collaboration with your team. The opposite of the negative feedback has shown you the path forward. Maybe you are planning a picnic and it started to rain. The obstacle is the rain. The way could be an impromptu indoor movie marathon with popcorn, something you wouldn't have done otherwise, creating a different but equally wonderful memory. Every time you face an annoyance, challenge yourself to find the hidden opportunity within it. A canceled flight is an opportunity to explore a new city for a day. A difficult conversation is an opportunity to practice your communication skills and empathy. When you start seeing challenges not as burdens, but as training for your character, they lose their power to ruin your day. Lesson 4 is to practice objective perception, or as the Stoics might say, see things for what they are. We have a tendency to add dramatic, emotional layers to neutral events. We don't just see a car cutting us off in traffic. We see a disrespectful jerk who thinks he owns the road and is trying to ruin my morning. We've added a whole story, a judgment, and a ton of emotion to a simple physical event. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to strip away these dramatic additions. He'd advise himself to describe events without adding value judgments. For instance, instead of saying I was publicly insulted, he'd break it down. Someone spoke certain words in a loud voice in my presence. That's it. That's what actually happened. When you spill your coffee, the objective reality is a hot, brown liquid has made contact with my shirt. It's not, my day is ruined. Or I'm such a clumsy idiot. By sticking to the facts, you create a space between the event and your emotional reaction. In that space, you have a choice. You can choose to see it as a minor inconvenience that requires a simple action, cleaning it up rather than a personal failing or a sign of a cursed day. This isn't about being a robot. It's about being a scientist of your own experience. Observe what is happening without immediately slapping a label of good or bad on it. Ask yourself, what actually happened here? Separate the raw data from the story you're telling yourself about it. This practice drains the drama out of daily frustrations and allows you to deal with them calmly and rationally. Finally, we arrive at lesson number 5. Memento mori, or remember you will die. Just like negative visualization, this sounds dark, but it is profoundly The Stoics used this reminder not to be gloomy, but to inject urgency and perspective into their lives. Is it really worth spending your precious, limited hours on this earth fuming about a rude email? Is it worth wasting an entire afternoon in a bad mood because someone took your parking spot? Probably not. Remembering your mortality is the ultimate filter for what truly matters. It clarifies your priorities. Faced with the grand, inescapable fact of your own death, the small stuff just melts away. It's like looking at the earth from Spasol. The little borders and squabbles disappear, and you just see a beautiful, fragile whole. Contemplating your mortality doesn't have to be a big, solemn ritual. It can be as simple as asking yourself in a moment of frustration, on my deathbed, will I care about this? The answer, for 99% of our daily annoyances, is a resounding no. This isn't about ignoring real problems. It's about distinguishing between mountains and molehills. A rude comment is a molehill. A difficult diagnosis is a mountain. Stoicism helps you save your energy for the mountains. By keeping your own mortality in mind, you're more likely to choose patience over anger, connection over conflict, and gratitude over complaint. You'll want to use your day for things that matter: for learning, for loving, for creating, for experiencing joy. 5 ancient Stoic lessons to build your resilience and stop letting small things ruin your day. To recap: 1. Focus only on what you can control your own mind. 2. Practice negative visualization to cultivate gratitude. 3. See every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. 4. Perceive events objectively, without adding dramatic stories. And 5. Remember your time is limited, so don't waste it on trivialities. Pick just one of these ideas and try to apply it this week. Maybe you'll focus on the dichotomy of control, asking yourself, is this in my power? Whenever you feel frustrated, or perhaps you'll try to reframe one obstacle as an opportunity. The goal isn't to become a perfect, unfeeling Stoic overnight. The goal is progress, not perfection. It's about building a stronger, more peaceful, and more resilient mind, one small annoyance at a time. You have the power to protect your inner peace. The Stoics just gave us the instruction manual. I hope these lessons bring a little more calm and a lot less frustration to your life. If you found this helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe for more content on practical wisdom for modern life. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments which of these lessons resonated with you the most.